Here's the former UCLA Bruin, Kaimi Fairbairn, to get this one started. And we are underway from Mexico City. And we will not see a run back on the opening kickoff. This will be a touchback. So here come the Browns for their first drive on offense. They'll be led out by a familiar face. This is Houston's first-round pick, of course, back in 2017. Deshaun Watson. So 1st and 10 now from the 30. A first carry now for Nick Chubb. And able to break one tackle, but then quickly brought down. But a nice little gain. Ball on the 36 now. Here's a 2nd down and 4. Watson off play action. This is Akins hauling in the short pass. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. A good pickup there for the Browns, 15 yards.
And it's a real luxury when you have a guy who can turn a short throw into a solid gain at any moment. Once he caught that ball, he ID'd where the open grass was and got there in a hurry to pick up a new set of downs for his offense.
Open man, that's Tillman. And a 6-yard gain gets him right around the 43.
He decided to run a hitch route. It really helped to have a guy who can turn it loose. And, boy, he rifled one in there on that one. Not much run after catch, but it worked really well.
Watson.
Oh, I see it.
To the right side. That's where Tillman is. And he is into the end zone. Touchdown, Cleveland. Cedric Tillman, 43 yards. And the Browns get the upper hand as they're on the board first here this afternoon. Footing always a concern, but the extra point's up and good. And it's now a 7-0 game. Following the touchdown, Dustin Hopkins will kick it away. And he'll take it up past the 25 to the 26-yard line. So out come the Texans for their opening drive. And they will be led out by their second-year quarterback.
And I'll bet he's talking to his guys about resisting the temptation to try and turn this into an up-and-down game. Almost like basketball, where both teams press, and one team gets an advantage, other team's trying to run with them, and they're just not equipped for it. Doesn't matter whether you're equipped or not. Just settle in, get calm before you go for the big strikes.
One play has him up past the 40 already, and another 1st and 10. Stroud. This goes out wide for Mixon. And he'll get nothing out of that one. So he stopped for no gain. And it's 2nd down. And Stroud now to throw. And he's taken down. This will be a Brown sack. It's J.O.K. Jeremiah Owusu-Koramoah in there for the sack. Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. And he will not be able to hang on through the contact. It's incomplete. The coverage strong, and now it's 4th down. Oh, a big decision here early. Look at this. They're going to go for it on their own side of the field. Going deep for Diggs. That's going to be knocked away and incomplete. Boy, a real head-scratcher there, and that will force a turnover on downs. On 1st down, they'll run with Chubb. Officially no gain on the play, and it's 2nd down.
On that play, it was the defensive front that won the battle. They out-leveraged the offensive line, got into the backfield, and held him to no gain.
2nd down, here's Chubb again. And down inside the 15 he goes. Big yardage there for the Browns, 18.
From the 13 now, they work on 1st and 10.
Now it's Watson, a bootleg.
Going out wide, finds Chubb. And he was able to shed one tackle, but could not get away from there.
Short completion, just 4 yards, and that'll bring up 2nd down. The handoff to Ford up the middle. And he'll take this from the 9 down to about the 7. The completion on 1st didn't get much, and now the run on 2nd doesn't get a whole lot either.
Well, if you're a good play caller,
looked ahead and anticipated this type of situation. Already down on his play sheet, trying to dial up a big third down play.
Back to throw, Watson.
There we go. He tried to fit it in on the slant, and it's intercepted. Jalen Petrie picks it off, and the Texans are going to have it here at their own 15.
And as we've seen, points have been precious so far, and they just threw something away on that snap. And look, let's face it, as we advance further into this game, that play will be on the minds of everyone who's watching it. They wonder if this is the turning point. Is this the spot where those points were given away and could cost them a ball game?
Stroud to throw it. Eluding the pressure right. On the run, he'll let this go deep right side. And that will be incomplete. Would have been a big hitter if they had connected. Instead, it's second down. A first carry for the former Oklahoma Sooner, Joe Mixon. And from the 15, they're able to work this up to the 20 for a pickup of a handful.
Here is 3rd and 5. Here's Stroud. Oh, he rifles one, and that's going to be intercepted. Picked up by Jeremiah Owusu-Koramoah.
So they've got the football, and they'll start right on the edge of the red zone at the 20-yard line. They run with Ford. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. It was Daniil Hunter to make the play in the backfield. So now they have to contend with 2nd and 13 after the first down run goes backwards. Under pressure, and down he goes. They sack him back at the 36.
Multiple players combined for their team's first sack of the game. Following that sack, Watson and the Browns backed up for a 3rd and long.
Back to throw here. This short pass into the hands of Njoku. It'll be a gain of 5, and that'll bring up 4th down. Hopkins' kick is good, and that will extend their lead even further.
So, Charles, they get to them with their first turnover of the game and then make it hurt a little bit extra with a field goal.
And anytime you give the ball up, what's the first thing a coach tells his defense? Don't let them score off of this. You've got to put out the fire. In fact, in 2021, that's what one NFL coach termed his defense. The firemen. Go out there, guys, and don't let them put some points on the board.
They go back to the air here after the INT on the last drive. Oh, the ball comes out on the hit, but they'll say it's incomplete.
Here's 2nd and 10. Back to throw. Here's Stroud.
Forced out to his left. Going deep for Diggs. This is caught inside the 15. And they will finally catch him, but not before he gets it to the 11. A real field flipper there as all of a sudden they've got a first down in the red zone. Inside handoff to Mixon. And he'll take this one in for a Texans touchdown.
Joe Mixon
taking it in from 11 yards out.
And the Texans are back within a score.
That almost looked too easy, and I think thanks goes to the offensive line for making it look easy.
Yeah, I agree with you totally on that one. I'm not sure how much everyone understands the preparations that go into a game for an offensive line, because there's a reason that running backs and quarterbacks give them big gifts at the end of a season after a big year. The consistency and the continuity it takes to know each other and execute their blocks is pretty impressive.
So after the touchdown, here's Fairbairn now to kick it away.
And no run back here. That's going to be a touchback, and we'll bring it out to the 30-yard line.
And the Browns getting set to go. And they're not going to play this conservative, I don't think. They had the field goal last time, and they're up, but they're looking to put a drive in the end zone.
Oh, I agree with you totally. No one goes out on the field and says, all right, let's just settle for 3, except in certain situations, trying to ice a game, that sort of deal. Most of the time, it's end zone, and that's what you're thinking, and I believe that's exactly what they're thinking as they begin this one.
Yeah, no quarterback ever goes out there saying, hey, let's get 3, right?
Not one that I've ever met.
And he'll go out near midfield at the 49. To throw is Watson. And that is incomplete. He couldn't hold on through the contact. Brings up second down. Watson looks to throw again.
Pass complete to Judy on the out route.
And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30. Good work after the catch. Going to net him 23 and a first.
Of course, the catch was nice, but how about what happened after? Able to stay on his feet and gain all that additional yardage. So many of these slot guys, I think, have running back in their background.
Here's Watson.
Here we go.
And he's going to go down here, a sack. They push him back to the 34. Daniil Hunter just would not be denied. That's a loss of 7. So second and long, and got to be careful not to fall out of field goal range. Here's Watson.
The throw here right sideline falls incomplete.
Well, partner, guaranteed they approach this play with the idea of making up ground to make third down manageable. Unfortunately, with that incompletion, right back where they started on the last snap. Now they need a big third down play.
And he can't get rid of it. He's taken down. And the defense coming through on third down. A loss of 7 to bring up fourth.
And Bojorquez on to punt as he gets it away.
And no return here. Where will they spot it? They say just outside the 20-yard line. Out comes the Houston offense as they get set to take over here.
This drive here beginning probably with a pair of motivated groups. Remember, the offense scored a touchdown on their last time out, looking to repeat that in Charles's defense. They were very frustrated after giving up 6 the last time on the field.
And frankly, it's just a battle of wills in a lot of ways because you know they're both motivated, they both game plan for this drive, and they both have specific outcomes in mind. To me, it just comes down to who can execute better and which side can step up and assert its will over the other.
And he'll have this past the 30 prior to going out of bounds. So they'll come up first and 10 now from the 33.
Now Stroud.
On the move to his left. Now he'll let it go on the run. Deep left side. And he bats it away, and it falls down incomplete.
2nd and 10. Stroud looking to throw.
Out to his left. Now he'll let it go on the run. Deep left side. And it's knocked away and incomplete.
Almost feels like anything you can do, we're going to try and match or do better. We've already seen one touchdown pass from the opposition. They tried to equal it on that throw.
And he can only manage to take this thing to the 38, well shy of the first down. Now remember, they were unsuccessful earlier in this first quarter. Going for it on 4th. They're going to try a second time.
They're going for it. Here's Stroud.
Steps away to his left. And he's got the first down yardage as he brings this up to the 47. Give them credit. They knew what they wanted to dial up on 4th. They executed it for 9 yards, and the offense stays out there.
Throwing now is Stroud.
Dumps it off to Mixon. And he'll go down inside the 45 before going out of bounds. And that's good for a pickup of 10 yards. And that'll leave him with a second and just a few inches left. Back to throw. Stroud.
Pass thrown right back to Joe Mixon.
And they're going to have another first down as he's going to be tackled at the Browns' 19. The catch and run, good for 24 yards.
What a drive this has been, just chewing up the yardage. And here's one of their best plays yet as they finally get down into the red zone and look to finish this off with 6.
A shotgun snap to Stroud.
And he knocks the ball away, and it falls incomplete.
Well, he's smart enough to avoid the taunting rule, but I'll guarantee he quietly has told them, you might want to stop coming after me downfield because I just broke up another pass and took away a big shot that you were trying to succeed with.
So apparently some grabbing there in the middle of the O-line.
I've often wondered why that doesn't happen more often for guys that play center. Having to snap the ball and then trying to get your hands into the proper position, that's difficult to do. He got caught that time.
And that one is incomplete. And it also concludes quarter number 1. Texans football to start quarter 2. And this offense on third down today, 0 for 3 to this point. They could use a conversion. This will be third and forever. And he's brought down, but not before he reaches the 8-yard line.
Another catch for him there, and the numbers starting to stack up a bit. He's closing in already on a 100-yard game. We're still in the first half.
They'll give it to Mixon. And he'll work his way closer to the goal line as he's got 5 down to the 3.
Hat tip to that offensive line. They're clearing some holes, even down here deep in the red zone. And that's a nice pickup on the ground on 1st and goal.
And they'll get him down just shy of the goal line at about the 1. Call it a gain of a couple. The defense stiffening here. It's 3rd and goal.
Mixon. And Mixon not going to get there. Running into a wall here, and they'll stop him short.
No gain on the play, and what to do now on 4th and goal. Looking to throw. Stroud. And got his man. It's caught. Touchdown, Houston. Dalton Schultz there to make the grab.
And the Texans' decision to go for it pays off with 6 points. Well, that's just how they drew it up, CD. His first read was there, got it to him quickly, and into the end zone.
Absolutely excellent execution by all involved. And the coordinator, got to give him credit, found the perfect play call. Quarterback let it fly as soon as the target came free, and his guy made a nice catch. Just how you draw it up in practice and then execute it in the game.
So after the touchdown, here's Fairbairn now to kick it away.
And no run back forthcoming, so this will come out to the 30.
And now Cleveland geared up to take the field.
Defense got the better of them last series, forcing a punt. See if they make a few changes in the game plan here and try to get points out of this drive. 1st and 10.
And he's brought down at the 34. Call it a gain of 4.
Well, it's time for them to be good teammates right here. And what I mean by that is possess the ball for a little while. Get at least 2 first downs. Give their defense a chance to settle down a little bit after they give up a touchdown.
2nd down, here's Chubb again.
And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage.
Here's 3rd and 7.
Watson now to throw. And he gets it to his running back, Nick Chubb. And they'll get it up just short of the 45 at the 44. That's good for a Cleveland first down, an 11-yard pickup. Now it's Watson. This short pass into the hands of Njoku. And he is brought down, but not before reaching the 30. A big play there on the catch and run. And it'll move the chains. So a 1st and 10 now in Houston territory at the 30-yard line. On the ground, it's Ford. A short gain here, maybe a yard to the 29.
No doubt about it. A really nice job there by the defense, not allowing him to get to the perimeter. But that means your defensive ends, your outside linebackers, the guys that you pay big money to sack the quarterback, they also have to have interest in the running game as well. And they did a nice job there holding the point of attack and not giving ground.
Here's a 1st and 10 at the 14-yard line.
right back to Njoku. And he's able to get this down to the 5-yard line before he's out of bounds. From the 5 now, 2nd and a yard. This is Ford. And he'll be brought down right on the edge of the goal line at about the 1-yard line. 4 yards on the play, and that leads to the 1st and goal. Ford. Is into the end zone for a Browns touchdown.
Sometimes offenses can get too cute down near the goal line, but there's nothing fancy about this one. As Coach Lombardi would say, we get a seal here, and we get a seal here, and we run this play in the alley. And that's good work to hit the hole hard and finish in the end zone.
Following the touchdown, Dustin Hopkins will kick it away. And they'll start this drive just across the 30. Pretty nice work on the return. And now out comes Houston.
A long drive last time out for this offense, Charles. If you remember, they started basically in the shadows of their own end zone, marched it down the field, and a lot of that was through the passing game.
And partner, as a former defensive back, I'm having almost a physical reaction watching what's happening right now. But let's give credit where it's due, because they've done an excellent job moving the ball through the air. Secondary getting picked apart pass by pass. Obviously, they need to make some adjustments there on the back end.
And because offensively, we know that they're not going to be shy about throwing that football.
Back to throw. Stroud.
Pass taken in by his big tight end.
And they're going to have this across midfield and inside the 45. A big play there as they get the conversion on 3rd and 13.
They're just going to run a drive route here with their tight end. Let him get upfield about 10 yards and then move toward the middle of the field. This ball's right on target, and it results in a 1st down.
So a 1st and 10 upcoming from Browns territory now at the 44-yard line. And he'll be hit as he releases it, and that'll fall incomplete.
His back has been a dependable safety valve all game, so he went back to him when his first read was covered. Just unable to connect, so the play results in no gain.
To throw once more on 2nd and 10.
Stroud. This ball taken in here by Brooks.
And they go backwards here, losing yardage back at the 48-yard line.
3rd down and 13.
They'll stick with the passing game as he looks to throw. Going deep for Diggs. And that is caught. Touchdown, Texans. Stephon Diggs, 48 yards.
And the Texans are once again back in front.
And right there, that fade route, that can be tough to stop.
If you've got the proper matchup and you've got a wide receiver who knows how to go up and get the football, the fade is really, really tough to stop, especially if the quarterback puts it in the right area.
And he is not going to get to the goal line. And for the first time here this afternoon, they are thwarted on the 2-point conversion. So after the touchdown, here's Fairbairn now to kick it away.
And not willing to risk a return. This ball's going to come out to the 30-yard line. Watson and the Browns now with a 1st and 10.
Right at the 30. Watson. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. Good coverage downfield led to him taking off, picking up the 1st down on a 13-yard run. Watson now going to run the option right. And he is met at the line of scrimmage, and he goes down right there. No gain there as he kept it himself at 2nd down. A shotgun snap for Watson. Under pressure, and the Texans able to get in there for the sack. Danielle Hunter. That is now 2 sacks for him here in this first half. Now Watson. To the right side, and he's got more complete. And he can only manage to get this to the 45-yard line. Well short of the 1st. On 4th down on is Corey Bojorquez to punt. And he gets it away, a directional kick going toward the sideline. No returning this one. It sails out of bounds, and they'll spot it right at the 20.
The Texans offense and C.J. Stroud getting ready for this next drive.
The Texans offense ready to go here for their next drive.
And Stroud now to throw. And he's done everything you could have asked for coming in. He's spread it around. He hasn't taken many chances. And he's potentially on his way to a big game throwing the football. Stroud.
Buying time to his left. Going deep for Diggs. It's caught inside the 25. Touchdown, Houston. Stephon Diggs with his second touchdown here in this first half.
And the Texans are able to strike quickly to add on to their lead. But D'Amico Ryans, even with the defensive mindset, he'll elect to go for two here. Stroud's going to try to throw for the conversion.
And he's got it. So the try for two successful. And that bumps their lead up even further. So after the touchdown, here's Fairbairn now to kick it away.
And no chance to see a return on the dynamic kickoff. They'll move this out to the 30-yard line. Cleveland offense making their way out.
And this not an easy situation. You're down early, in the elements, you're on the road. How do you get the mojo back?
Well, one thing is to remember that as an offensive player, you have a much better idea of what you're trying to accomplish and where you're trying to go than the defender. So in this case, because you know it, you can make your cuts with a little more decisiveness, maybe a second fake, some double moves, things of that nature, to go ahead and try and put some pressure on the defense.
And he'll take this ahead for about 4. Second down coming up.
From just shy of midfield, here's a second down and 6.
Back to throw, Watson.
He'll get this complete to Tillman.
And he's going to be taken down with another first down as the stop's made at the Texans' 42. It's a 10-yard pickup, and it moves the chains. So a 1st and 10 now in Houston territory at the 42-yard line. From the gun, here's Watson. Being chased out left. And he's going to get this inside the 30. The escapability in evidence there as that one good for 15 and a first. Looking to throw. Watson dancing to his left. He'll get just a yard on the scramble. It's second down.
I think the defense surprised him there with that blitz on first down, but give him credit. Stayed cool under pressure and still found a way through the extra rushers for positive yardage. Well done.
A throw left sideline falls incomplete.
Now play number 7 of this drive, but it's a tough 3rd and 9. Back to throw. Watson. They set up the screen to Chubb. And he'll go out of bounds inside the 15-yard line. 13 yards down to the 13.
From the 13 now, they work on 1st and 10.
Operating from the gun. Watson firing quickly here, and that's complete. And they'll get him down after a pickup of 8. 2nd and 2.
Ball at the 6 here as they work with a 2nd and 2.
To the air yet again, Watson. And he's got it. Now the Browns will use the first of their 3 timeouts as the clock will stop with 37 seconds to play in this first half. To throw is Watson. Under pressure now, and he's going to go down. Sacked back around the 8. Now the Browns signal for the second of their timeouts. So that means they're down to 1 remaining here as we head toward halftime. Out of the gun, Watson. Forced out to his left. A nice display of power, but it only takes him to the 7. He's dropped there. The final shot before the break. Watson flush to his right. And he will not make it back to the line of scrimmage as he's going to be taken down. And with just 1 second remaining in the first half, they'll call the timeout. So with 1 second left in the half, on is the field goal unit. From the right hash here, should be an easy one. Hopkins' kick is good, and that will do it for this first half. So we've reached halftime in a happy sight for a lot of these fans. We're jumping right over halftime and getting back into the action. And we welcome you back now. Alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin, getting set for quarter number 3 here.
And a good return as he'll be stopped just shy of the 30-yard line. Houston's offense already at the line, set to get going.
They have played so strongly. You look at the scoreboard, you probably, with the way they played, you would think the margin would be a lot bigger, right?
You would.
And that's caught inside the 30. A huge play there for Houston. 45 yards.
Another big play right there, and this is where, as an offense, you can really put the hammer down. You've got a double-digit lead, but those other guys, they've been hanging around. A touchdown here could put this game out of reach, and that's a strong step towards getting it done.
Now a 2nd and 10. Here's Stroud.
He finds his target. It's Schultz. And he'll take this one in for a Texans touchdown. Dalton Schultz, his 2nd touchdown of the afternoon.
And the Texans come right out of the locker room and score here in the opening minute of the 3rd quarter.
They'll try and throw for it. And this is going to be caught. It's good. And that extends their lead by 2 more. And around the goal line, especially on 2-point tries, sometimes the QB's best friend is that big target, the tight end.
I love how you described it, because you know he's going to have some length and some catch radius, as well as a big body to keep people away from the football.
From his end zone, here comes Jerome Ford.
Breaks through the contact.
And he's able to get this across the 20, but not by much, as he's marked down officially at the 21.
The Cleveland offense ready to go. Here's Watson. Dumps this to his running back, Chubb. And he's able to get this one up to his 30 before he's out of bounds.
And his play caller does a nice job of giving him an easy throw to start this drive, and he takes advantage of it. The completion sets up a manageable 2nd down.
Oh, pass me.
Pass caught. He's got Tillman.
And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on 1st down. Up the middle they go. Ford. No gain on the play. It'll be 2nd down. Back to the ground. This time it's Chubb. Broke through some contact, but unable to reach the 40. 8 yards there on the carry, and now they're left with a much more manageable 3rd and 3. They'll run for it. Here's Chubb. He's going to be a yard short. Needed 2, but only got 1. 4th down.
You know, we might start getting some props here in the booth. You know, that one that says the D and then the fence that you put up next to it. How about that? They brought out the jumbo package and still couldn't move them off the line of scrimmage enough to pick up that 1st down.
Impressive. They were ready defensively for that jumbo set. And he'll be taken down, but he does have 1st down yardage. Here's Watson.
To the right side, that's where Tillman is.
And he is out of bounds inside the 30.
But that's what you're looking for when you want to throw the ball downfield. You want one of those guys who can play out on the perimeter, can play out wide, who can not only get open, but when they're covered, can uncover themselves downfield and create catches.
Now they return to the ground game. Chubb. And only a yard this time as he's taken down right around the 26.
And the big fella stuffed that one up in a big way. I think doubling him has to be a priority, because you can't move up to the next level if you don't take care of him first.
Play number 9 set to come here on the drive on 3rd and 2. And again, it's Chubb. He's not going to get there. That won't even be close. It was blown up in the backfield. Here's Dustin Hopkins now to try the field goal. From the right hash, this from 44 yards out. Hopkins' kick is good, and that'll get the deficit down to 15.
So that maybe not exactly what they were hoping for, but it does get them back within a couple of scores.
And at this point in the third quarter, you don't have much margin for error, and that means you can't have drives that end with nothing. Whether it's a punt, a turnover on downs, those have to go away. You have to end with a kick, either a field goal or an extra point after a touchdown.
The Texans offense ready to go here for their next drive. And they'll just simply be looking to build off the confidence of the last time out where they scored a touchdown.
And confidence is powerful, isn't it? When you've scored once, you feel like you can go back out there and get it done again. Doesn't matter what the defense throws at them. They feel like they're in a groove right now, and they want to get out there and show it.
Yeah, hoping to stay in that groove here this go-around.
A shotgun snap to Stroud.
Oh, that's a bad pass.
That's going to be knocked away and incomplete.
Zone coverage there, and they were playing deep. That makes it obviously a little bit harder to run by guys. And that time, there was not much of a window to get the ball in there, and it winds up incomplete.
Work in the middle of the field, and he's got a man complete. And he is going to have a Texans first down as they're able to get the third down conversion.
Oh, he's right there.
Mixing up the middle. And that one blown up quickly as he's going to be stopped before he can even get started. So their task a little bit more difficult now. 2nd and 13 that they're walking up on.
Back to throw. Here's Stroud.
Steps away to his left. And this one is incomplete.
Well, you know me, whether you need it or not, I'm going to give a little unsolicited advice. Just throw it downfield out of the pocket only if you're absolutely sure. Otherwise, use your running ability and try and get those yards a safer way.
There we go.
And he bats it away, and it falls down incomplete.
They decided the opportunity was there and launched a deep ball, but he was unable to get away from the defender, couldn't create space, couldn't uncover at the end of the route, and that one winds up incomplete.
Oh, that's a bad pass. Bad.
Oh, he tries to force it in, and it's intercepted.
Picked up by the linebacker, Jordan Hicks. And a huge return as he'll take this one all the way down inside the 30-yard line. After the interception, here's Watson. And he's going to have to eat this one as down he goes. Danielle Hunter getting him once again his 3rd sack of the afternoon.
This offensive line flat out cannot handle this pass rush. We've seen it demonstrated time and time again to the tune of 7 sacks in this game thus far.
Now an option play on 2nd down.
Stops short of the 25, and that second effort got him a couple extra. This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down. Now it's Watson. Staying on his feet, but now he's swallowed up and taken down.
Well, this is getting ridiculous. 8 sacks now. That time multiple guys get to it.
Hopkins' kick is good, and they're hanging around here as the lead's down to 12.
So the response to that touchdown on the other side to begin the 3rd quarter. Look, just 3 points, but still a response nonetheless.
You're exactly right about that, because I think you needed to answer back with something, even though it's not 6. Just enough to send the message that says, hey, we're not going away.
The Texans offense and their quarterback headed out.
Houston's offense already at the line, set to get going.
So now, Charles, this drive, maybe a touch more important, trying to erase the memory of that interception they had the last time.
Oh, my God.
They intercept Stroud again, the 3rd time in this game. Picked up by Jeremiah Owusu-Koramoah.
And they will finally run him down, but not until he brings this one all the way back down inside the 10-yard line. They'll try and run for it on 1st and goal. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. Moved back to the 10. They'll try on 2nd and goal here. They go up the middle with Chubb. And able to get him inside the 5 here, just inside the 5 to about the 4.
Now, they'd really like to make the short field pay off. We'll see if they can, but this is 3rd and goal.
Watson now to throw.
Oh, there you go.
And it'll be intercepted. Picked off by the former first-rounder, Jimmy Ward.
Whoa.
And they will finally put it into the return, but not until he takes it back all the way inside the 10-yard line. And he got pretty darn close to a 3-digit interception return for a touchdown.
And what we learn on plays like that is just how far it is from end zone to end zone. That's a long way to go, isn't it? He gave a valiant effort trying to get there, but a great job staying with it.
Touchdown! Brevin Jordan, a 7-yard touchdown grab.
And the Texans take the forced turnover on defense and convert it into 6 points.
Brandon, is there any way you and I can join this quarterback in the zone he's in? He's absolutely feeling it. Touchdown after touchdown, throwing the ball.
He'll buy some time right. And he is into the end zone to bump the lead up 2 more. So they go with a pass there on the 2-point try and able to convert it, Charles.
And a good job by the offense figuring out their 2-point play and using it well. It's interesting how people are using the strategy nowadays, though, isn't it?
It really is, and I don't know how much that particular play factored in, but with the PAT moving back in 15-16, that kind of changed things, didn't it?
It's really a part of everyone's strategy now. When I talk with coaches and when we sit with them, they always talk about they actually have 2-point periods in practice now, something they never really did before.
And he maneuvers up the middle for 3, and it's 2nd down.
He continues to struggle to find a crease to break off a big one and might need to just put that aside and just try and ram his way forward and get what he can.
Now Watson from the gun, he'll throw.
That's going to be caught by Judy.
And he'll take this to the other side of midfield before going out of bounds. That one good for 20 on the catch and run. Now Chubb running right.
He's got it to the 43 here.
I feel like I could see what he was thinking on that carry. Wanted to follow that big tackle through the hole. Ended up only getting 4 yards on the carry. I think he had designs on that one being bigger.
And running with power here. And he'll get this one down near the 20-yard line, just shy of the 20.
I'll tell you, far from ideal conditions to play in, but neither offense has had much trouble. Plenty of points to go around. 1st and 10. And they'll bring Judy in motion right. Or now a fake on the jet sweep and a give to Chubb.
And he'll manage to break a tackle and get this forward for a couple. It'll be 2nd down.
From the 20, here's the 2nd and 8.
They run it again with Chubb. 2 yards on the carry there, and it's going to lead them to 3rd down.
Not too many offenses want to turn down long drives, but when you're down what they are, they've got to pay it off with some points.
Watson from the gun on 3rd down. And the throw there going to be incomplete.
What an excellent defensive stand there in the red zone. Nice tight coverage. They certainly recognized how important it was to bring up 4th down here.
Hopkins' kick is good, and that will move the deficit from 20 down to 17. So yet another field goal to end a drive. That has been a very common theme. He's now hit 5 of them in this game.
Yeah, Brandon, as an offense, you hate that you've had to call on your kicker so often, but you have to love the fact that time and time again, he's come through.
The Texans offense and their wideout getting set to go.
The Texans offense ready to go here for their next drive. And now you've got the clock winding down here in the 3rd quarter. Your 3 scores to the good. What's your approach on this drive?
Too early to fully commit.
And that's caught inside the 30. A huge play there for Houston. 47 yards. So a 1st and 10 upcoming from Browns territory now at the 27.
Oh, wrong person.
That one complete. It's tanked down. Here's 2nd and 5 now from the 22. Now Stroud. Buying time to his left. And that is incomplete. A lot of force bearing down on him there. He could not hang on. It's 3rd down. Again, it's Stroud. Escaping the pressure right. Stroud is hit, and the ball is loose. And the ball ends up out of bounds, so it'll be a loss on the play. The offense staying out there. They're at 50%, 2 for 4 thus far in the game. What can they do here on 4th down? And that one incomplete. They tried to sneak in a deep ball with the clock running down, but to no avail. Back now in Mexico City. It's the Browns with a deficit. They're trailing, but with the football here to start the 4th. The Browns drive about to get started. Well, this game, it has had no shortage of offense. They've been able to put up a decent amount of points on this side, Charles. They just have not been able to keep pace with the other offense they're going against here.
Yeah, it's a good way of pointing things out because now it's not a total loss because, as you said, they've scored some points, so there's some plays they can build on, moments where the game plan actually worked. But overall, though, they were just out-personnel. They were going up against a team that's playing at an elite level.
And Watson has enough for the 1st down yardage as he slides to the turf. Now Watson. And an off-balance throw there, and it's going to wind up incomplete.
That incompletion is not a surprise with the way that this one has gone, and the frustration, the body language is evident everywhere. This team, they've really been put through the ringer in this one.
And he's going to lose a yard or 2, taken down behind the line.
Multiple players getting home for the 1-yard sack.
Watson.
That's to the right sideline, and it falls incomplete.
And they're indeed going to go for it here on 4th down. So trailing here in the last quarter, let's see how this plays out. They will indeed snap it to Watson.
There we go.
And now Watson throws another interception.
Oh, cool. Take it to the crib.
Well, these defensive coaches, they sure like what they've got in this rookie corner, and with good reason, as you saw there.
He only cost him a day 2 pick, and a lot of people thought he had 1st-round ability. But when he was available on draft night, that was one where you didn't need the full time to make the selection. You call that pick in early, and he shows why he was so coveted with that interception there.
So that time they get the tight end on the hold.
Normally he's a pretty good run blocker, but this time he just didn't get his arms extended and let go quickly enough. The flag came out as a result.
Throwing now is Stroud.
Being chased out left. And he'll go down here right around the 23-yard line. If they didn't have that penalty a moment ago, it'd be a 1st down. Still a nice 13-yard pickup.
And Stroud now to throw.
Sliding out of the pocket. He gets this in the hands of Mixon. And he'll get him inside the 15 down to the 14-yard line. Back-to-back good plays have him on the move on 1st down.
Stroud.
That's complete right around the 8. And this will leave him a yard short. Nice pickup of 9 yards on 1st down.
As a passer, you're always trying to find that open window to throw the ball downfield. How about this one? Right in the middle of the field, right in the heart of a defense.
A handoff to Mixon. He juke. And he's in for the score. Touchdown, Texans.
Joe Mixon
with his 2nd touchdown of the afternoon.
And the Texans are able to extend their lead. And you wonder now if he might be able to remove the helmet, put on the baseball cap, and watch the rest of this one from the sideline. His 5th touchdown pass of the game.
Say that again. Did you say 5th touchdown pass of the game?
Yes, sir.
But that's a heck of a performance, isn't it? Because they've had no answer for him at all game long. Receivers have been open constantly, and he hasn't missed a single one of them.
Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah.
So a PI call going to cost him there defensively. What did you see?
Well, I think it's the right call, partner, because sometimes we'll see officials kind of let them play. But by the letter of the law, that's definitely a penalty.
Stroud's going to try to throw for the conversion. And this one incomplete. So they went for the 2. They don't get it.
As we prepare for these games, we've noticed offensive coordinators have had an expanded playbook on 2-point conversion tries because they never know when they may have to use it during a game.
But that also means the defense probably has more for these situations too, right?
No doubt about it. I think for the most part, defenses will be aggressive on 2-point tries. They want to get after the offense and make them force the issue.
And here the defense wins. Trying to shake off the interception. He'll look to throw. This short pass into the hands of Njoku. Now he's tackled a yard short of the marker. Good gain of 9 on first down.
Ball on the 39. Here's 2nd and a yard.
Back to throw, Watson.
Come here. Oh.
Right back to Njoku.
And he'll be taken down, but not before he works it past the 50. These two have hooked up 9 times now this afternoon as they pick up the first. To throw is Watson. He finds his man, complete. That's Ford. This will be stopped about 2 yards shy of the marker. 8-yard gain, 2nd and 2.
2nd and a couple.
They'll look to throw again.
Open man, he completes it to Judy.
And he's going to be taken down with another first down as the stop's made at the Texans' 28. They'll go left side on the ground with Chubb. And he'll be taken down just shy of the red zone at the 21.
58 yards rushing for him now in the ball game.
Well, partner, I know this type of running back. I mean, this size, this intensity usually gets better as the game goes on. And I can just tell you from experience, the first few quarters, oh, you're eager. You come running up there, I'm going to tackle this guy. By the 4th quarter, you're coming up and thinking about it.
And D-line wearing down 4th quarter. Yeah, that's not a guy they want to see consistently. 7th play of the drive now as they come up on a 3rd and 3. Again, they turn to Ford.
Oh,
and
yeah.
the ball is knocked out.
Wow, that ball gets knocked free, but a teammate comes along and scoops it up. It's almost like baseball. Guys at bat, people are on base in scoring position. One guy doesn't get him home. The next guy comes through and picks him up.
And he'll take it into the end zone for a Browns touchdown. Nick Chubb, a 16-yard touchdown run.
And the Browns get a bit closer.
Looking to maybe throw for it here, Watson. And no, it falls incomplete. So the 2-point conversion, no good.
I don't know about you, but I can't wait for a few years of 2-point tries and see what the data tells us. Because a lot of teams want to throw the ball in this situation, this time unsuccessfully. I just wonder if maybe running the ball might be the way to go.
With it moved up from the 3 to the 2, you would think maybe a few more attempts at running.
My boy, Dill Pickle, what's the deal, my boy?
May bear out that running the ball will at least be the equal of throwing it in that situation.
Oh, there go another one.
And it's knocked away and incomplete.
Partner, you and I have struggled with this for years. You've got the lead. Just take care of the football and burn some of that clock. But there's something to be said for not taking your foot off the gas as well, because you can never have too big of a cushion. That one, though,
and it's intercepted at the goal line. picked up by Juan Thornhill. And the Browns are going to get it back here just shy of the 20. Well, they tried to take their shot right there, but the ball hung up a little too long, and it's intercepted.
And when you describe trying to take their shot right there, usually the ball has to be thrown on a little bit more of a line. You just mentioned it. The ball hung up there. The reaction time of the defenders, they win the day and intercept it.
Ball on the 27. Here's second down and 2.
Drops it off for Chubb. And he's able to get out to the 32, brought down there. From the 32 now, here's first and 10.
Yeah, bro, we can. I'm trying to think. What game you want to play with the Roblox?
They'll wind up getting 7 on the play, and that's going to bring up second down. Off of play action, it's Watson. Fighting through pressure.
Get him.
Well, he's going to be out of bounds, but not before he takes it inside the 40.
Holding offense. There we go. Yeah. Go back. Go back.
Well, there have been a ton of sacks. They were just trying to prevent another.
So what you're telling me is the conventional way has not really worked for them, huh?
Not at all.
Not all. So he tries to grab him here, and they still get caught.
To the air yet again, Watson. He finds his man, complete. That's fourth. And he'll be upended at the 33 following a gain of 3. And guess what? It brings up third down.
What you talking about, Dubby?
2 minutes left to play in this football game here on EA Sports. So the Browns in possession of the football here as we get you reset. They face a third down now as they try to find a late score. Here's Watson. That is caught. And they're going to have this across midfield and inside the 45. Now the Browns will use the first of their 3 timeouts. And as the two teams talk it over on their respective sidelines.
Yeah, I would have to end this train and get restarted.
Again, he'll drop to throw. They set up the screen to Chubb. They hold him to only 2 there on the screen. It's second down. Again, it's Watson.
Oh, you better not.
They got his man complete. Now the Browns signal for the second of their timeouts as they'll get a chance to talk it over after picking up the first down.
Yeah, I have to end
out of the gun, Watson.
So I can change the title.
On the throw, led him too much that time. It's incomplete.
The last quarter.
This has been a rough one to put it mildly for him, and after this one's done, you just feel like at the post-game press conference, this team's going to have a lot of questions and definitely not a lot of answers.
Now it's Watson.
Oh, yeah.
And he's got his favorite target yet again. It's complete.
Yeah, the Browns are going to be set up with a first and goal on a pass play that moves them all the way down to the 1.
Oh. And he is into the end zone. Touchdown, Cleveland. Deshaun Watson taking it in from a yard out.
And the Browns have got it back to a 2-score game here in the 4th.
Hopkins with the extra point, and the lead is trimmed down to 10. So 2 scores down. Time definitely not an ally, but here comes the onside kick.
You better get the ball, bro.
And this is going to be recovered by the hands team. And that should just about put a capper on this one. They knew they needed a miracle. They had to have that onside kick. They didn't get it.
Well, as we knew, even before they put the toe to the leather on that one, their chances of getting that done, slim.
And it's intercepted at the goal line.
Bro, he
Picked
went
up by
out
Greg
the way.
Newsome. And the Browns will have the football as this is taken up past the 30.
Well, in all likelihood, this ball game's still over. I mean, even with the interception, 2-score game, they need a miracle.
Curious decision to even throw the ball in that situation, but maybe they saw a stacked line of scrimmage and said, hey, it's better to try and throw it than to try and run against it. In any event, I think you're exactly right.
And that's caught inside the 35. The Browns will quickly use their third and final timeout as they stop it with 28 seconds to go in this football game.
Now Watson.
He's going to go for it.
Going for it all.
That is incomplete.
Just a difficult situation to be in here in the final minute. Down 2 scores, you know you need some providence from somewhere. They're going to keep firing away till the end, but this one falls incomplete.
And that one too wide and incomplete.
Now the question is obvious. Do you try to kick the field goal right here knowing that you need 2 scores? I would be thinking about it if I were on that sideline. Get the field goal now, try and get the touchdown later.
And he's going to be taken down back around the 35-yard line.
Well, this was a fun one today if you like points. A lot of them went on the board. Both offenses were clicking. Charles's defenses, meanwhile, have a little something to clean up before their next contest.
Yeah, neither end zone had a stop sign in it, did they? I mean, for both sides, visit it, and with frequency.